Hey guys, this is Camfrey15 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm joined by my co-host, the Red Wolf, and we're back with another Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai episode review for you guys, and we are finally here with the next episode of Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai, with the battle between Hym and Hyunckel.
I can see why you get confused. Don't worry.
Yeah, and then we get a very interesting cliffhanger to the fact that we thought Hadlar was the king, but apparently he never was the king.
Yeah, apparently so.
So yeah. Now, obviously, the number one thing you probably want to, I want to get out the way and address quickly is, okay. Did I get comments on the last video regarding the whole Hym return? Yes, I did. And I read out the comments that were given to me about the Hym stuff. Half of me is fine with it. Half of me is still, I don't know. I don't like the explanation. It is what it is. Regardless, the fight today was really good, and it was very freaking interesting. Yeah, it seems like we got another ally if he doesn't die in the next episode. So
Anything can happen at this point because Hyunckel just said himself.
anyways, let's get to this week's episode. Obviously, last week covered the return of Hym and Hyunckel being shocked, and it looks like Hyunckel was gonna go and stay down for the count, but then his will continued to fight, and he gets back up. So he gets back up, he's fighting, but then he only gets beat back down again and everything. And Hym's just wondering, he's like, this guy is lost. He doesn't have the what is it? He doesn't have the fire of what a warrior should have, like, in his eyes. But Hyunckel gets back up and he finds a weakness. What is the weakness of Hym?
Like, he leaves himself wide open with every punch he does, I guess.
Yeah, he pretty much kind of, I guess you can say, tenses up or slows up after a punch he makes. And Hyunckel sees this, and he's like, this is my chance for a counterattack. He gets back up, and that's when Hym is like, oh, I see that fire in your eyes. Okay, let's go. But after a few little blows, Hyunckel's like, okay, because he gets brought back down again, and obviously Hym's like, I've beaten you, I win, it's over for you. Mind you, let's actually cut away for a bit. We actually do cut over a bit to what Dai and company are doing, and Pop has successfully healed up everybody back to full strength. Dai was picking at Pop because he's like, oh, you don't need mom to heal your ass no more, huh?
Dai knows what's going on. Dai knows.
Yeah, okay. Dai's a funny little character. Okay, I see you, Dai, you know. Obviously Pop is like, okay, yeah, stop it. But Mom, she's like, it seems like I don't have to watch over Pop as much as that. I'm like, oh yeah, because now he's his own man, so maybe that means you'll finally get with him now.
He's a man.
Anyways, they look like they're gonna get ready to move on, but then again, they remember, what's taking Yvonne and Leona so long?
Yeah, that's pretty worrisome.
Yeah. And then who ends up showing up?
Good old Mr. Vern.
Express to what he tells Dai and company.
You take this part, man. You take this part.
Okay. Anyways, Mr. Vern shows up and he's like, you made it this far, but this is where you're going to die. You see, this is what we call the White Garden or something like that. And yeah, essentially this connects to the hall of Dark King Vern and everything. And when you get to this palace, that's the most beautiful area of this entire palace. And I'm like, okay. He calls the area that they're standing in beautiful, but I'm like, it's just a fountain, but all right. I guess to each his own.
Yeah. Plus, he said garden, and I don't see a garden anywhere.
Yeah. So it looks like it's gonna be Die, Pop, and Mom versus Mr. Vern. Before I guess they confront Dark King Vern, unless Pop and Mom say, Die, you go ahead and take down Dark King Vern. We'll handle Mr. Vern.
Sounds like a typical shonen trope.
Who knows? Maybe Yvonne and Leona get back and they can assist. We'll just have to see. Now, remember, like we know, Yvonne isn't as strong as he once was. So it's gonna be very interesting to see where this is going to go. But it seems like we're gonna kind of wait for that for the time being, especially what we get with this cliffhanger, and we'll cut back to them when we get to the cliffhanger. But cutting back to what's going on with Hym and Hyunckel, and what's going on there again. Hyunckel gets taken down. Hym thinks he's won the fight, and it's time to surrender. Hyunckel, it's over, done. Have nothing else. Now I thought Crocodile would come in, but no, he doesn't.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought so too.
Now I'll believe he's gonna show up next week to assist, but we'll see. Anyways, that's the thing. The thing is going on, and Hym's like, listen, it's over, it's done, just die. But Hyunckel, he gets right back up, and he's not giving up. So he tries to do this Grand Cross attack, and tries to take Hym down with him. But that fails because he's already used enough aura up, or enough of his magic power to get off the spell, because he's already used Grand Cross 2 different times before this fight even happened. So he's pretty much exhausted. He's on his reserves. And freaking Hym was giving him some rough shots, man. He gave him like this rough elbow just to break out of there. I'm like, God damn.
You even made a mention that probably would have worked on me, that if you had the strength.
Yes, but he also made the mention that it would have probably killed Hyunckel as well. So yeah. Now, because of this, it comes to the point where Hyunckel's like, well, I gotta do something, otherwise this is it. And that's when he realizes he's gonna have to charge all his aura into his fist. But what does Hyunckel do, which it takes an interesting spin on this episode?
He makes a mention that I will not need my spear. No, I will not need this armor. And so he basically breaks his own armor off and just says he's gonna rely on his fist.
Yeah. Now Hym, he's shocked. He's like, Nani? What are you doing? I'm full of Auracalium with aura. And mind you, he showed off his aura fist, or his aura knuckle, which is even I guess more dangerous than his heat knuckle. And he actually says, like, if I hit you, your organs will just
That would be a sight. That would be a sight.
Yeah, it would just shatter and he'd be dead on contact, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And Hym's like, are you crazy? If I hit you, it's over for you. You're dead. And what does Hyunckel pretty much say?
Well, he just says like, well, we won't know until we try and stuff.
Yeah, pretty much he's saying he's not going to back down from this fight. He's a warrior, and whether he goes down fighting, that's all that matters most to him. And we know this because he's a warrior. So they freaking end up getting to the point where they're throwing their hands, they get ready, they're clashing. Hym charges in, then Hyunckel charges in, but what happens?
It looked as if Hym's fist reached Hyunckel, but no. Hyunckel's fist reached Hym first, and it shattered Hym's side, pretty much.
Pretty much his abdomen-like area, I guess you can say.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, Hym is taken down. He coughs up. It's silvery, but I guess it's his version of his own blood, essentially. Since now he's pretty much like a living creature. So yeah, and it's funny because he did make a mention. He's like, when I was before I would be reincarnated and stuff like that. This didn't hurt as much. Now I feel the pain.
Yeah. This is the pain of living, he says. Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. So it looks like Hym is down and he's like, well, you beat me. Finish me off and finish this all, to hell. Also, I forgot to make a mention. I guess you can say we also do get an explanation of how he's able to come back. They used again, like I said, what people said in the comment section, the chess analogy of the whole fact of a pawn can upgrade to a different rank and everything. They make that mention and everything. But as Hym is lying down, hoping that Hyunckel kills him, what does Hyunckel do?
He holds his hand out to him and say like, "You can't die here" and stuff your reasoning to defeat me and stuff is like it's a pure one, and like you're not evil and stuff. Like you still have so much more to live for. Live for your allies who died in battle. Continue living for them and stuff.
Yeah, pretty much live for honor. And he even tells you, he's like, listen, we'll go find my friends and they'll heal you. And that's when he's like, you idiot, just kill me now. He's just like, if I could move right now, I'd punch you right now. Which was a funny ass line.
Yeah.
But you get the tears from him. And it looks like apparently we have a brand new ally now.
Or so we may think, until what happens next.
I'll get to that real quick second. Again, I just love the whole standpoint because we've seen this entire show. First, it was Crocodile that ended up becoming a good guy. Changed by Die and Pop. Then it was Crocodile in a case of along with the exception of Mom and everybody helping out Hyunckel, changed from being a bad guy to a good guy. And now it's Hyunckel helping him in a way for the way they fought, changing him to a good guy now, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So
would you say they kind of did the same thing for Baron too, back when he was,
Oh yeah, a little bit. Oh, and then I forgot to mention, I know we're kind of skipping over a lot of things. Hyunckel also makes the mention is like, listen, I couldn't do the strategy I did against Baron when it came to taking all those attacks and everything to release an attack at superpower. I just focused all my power into my fist because if I did the strategy like I did against Baron, I would have died the moment you touched me. So yeah, that's another thing. I know we're kind of skipping off, but we're just kind of talking a little bit, or just summarizing pretty much what Hyunckel was telling him, and everything. So yeah, but it looks like they're having a moment. It looks like Hym's gonna be like, okay, that means if he's on our side, he's gonna help us out. He's got the honor now that Hadlar's got. And honestly, he's probably the second most honorable character next to Hadlar in their little group, and everything, because even though all of them had, most of them didn't have characters. It was only really him, Hadlar, and the Queen. I forgot her name. That had like character arcs and everything. And even at the end with the Queen's lifespan, she at least had a character arc where I guess you can say she could have turned into maybe potentially a good guy if she had stayed alive, but who knows? So yeah, but anyways, we cut back to Die and the others, and Mr. Vernon's like, now, actually before this, I was gonna say, these chess pieces come flying out of the air. Mind you, I'm watching this and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I
was like, wait, did Vern do the same thing to himself like he did to Hadlar, or what?
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, oh, don't tell me this dude coming back for more. And you see the chess pieces and everything pop up, and him and Hyunckel, they're like, what the fuck is going on? What are these? We cut back to Dai, and they hear the rumbling from the chess pieces falling to the ground. And Mr. Vern's like, it seems like the cleaner has arrived. And I'm like, the cleaner? Now, mind you, I was watching this for the first time. I'm like, who? Seriously, I screamed at the top of my lungs. I was like, who the fuck is the cleaner? Why does it sound like he's gonna come up and sweep somebody up?
So that sounds exactly like me when that one SAO episode when AJ showed up to fight Vasago. Like, yeah, when he showed up, like, I called it.
Explain how the episode ends off and who the cleaner is.
Not just the many like pawns and other chess pieces, but a king showed up, an actual king. King, what's his face?
I think Maximus or
Maximus, I believe.
Yeah, Mr. Vern goes on to make the mention. He's like, you see, in chess, there's 15 pieces. You know, you got
actually, I think Maximus is the one saying it, but yeah.
I don't remember. It's a while. He's like, you got your pawns, your bishops, your knights, your rooks, and your queen. But you forgot one of the most interesting pieces, if not one of the strongest pieces in all of chess, and that's the king. So he shows himself. It looked like Block for a second. I'm like, wait, Block? Don't tell me he somehow stayed alive. But no, it's the king of chess, the king piece of chess. We thought that Hadlar was the king of this, but we find out that apparently Dark King Vern only gave him 15 pieces, or 5 of the 16 pieces. He didn't have the king. So, in other words, if you don't know how chess works, you get 6 pieces, like I said, which is your pawns, your rook, your bishop. Am I missing? Your queen.
Your queen and your king.
King, that's 5. Rook, bishop,
pawn. Don't forget pawn.
I forgot the last one.
Knight.
Knight. I think it's the knight. Yeah, the knight. I think. Yeah. I think it's Mr. Vern that says that to Dai. He's like, yeah, you see, only Hadlar was given 5 of those pieces. He was never given the king piece. Now, like I said earlier, we thought Hadlar was the king piece in all this whole operation, but apparently he wasn't. Dark King Vern had something up his sleeve, and the thing is, when Dark King Vern made those pieces be able to obey Hadlar, we find out that the king piece is the one piece that can't be controlled. He has a free will of his own. Which means he probably more than likely only answers to Dark King Vern. And that's where we left off with the episode of the king confronting him and Hyunckel, and it looks like they are in some damn trouble without being surrounded by other pieces and stuff like that. And yeah. So next episode preview, it looks like Hyunckel's going to try to take all these guys on his own. And he's willing to die. Now, don't ask me why he doesn't go grab his spear and armor up again. No idea. That's just me.
Isn't his armor shattered?
No, he put it right back on his staff. But my prediction is, I don't know if a potential sacrifice, I guess for him, is going to happen. We'll see. He can't move right now, but maybe he gets up, moves, and sacrifices himself. We don't know. I hope he doesn't. Yeah, he's an interesting character, but I feel
maybe Crocodile and the others will show up sooner.
That's what I was about to say. I think Crocodile and the others are definitely going to show up to help Hyunckel, because Hyunckel, he's pretty much out of, if this was Dragon Ball Z, he's pretty much out of energy. What?
I have a feeling though that compared to him, that those other pieces will be nothing to Hyunckel though. He can probably just rip through them with his bare hands.
Well, apparently we see in the next episode preview the dude smashing those pieces with utter ease.
Yeah.
So
maybe we have nothing to worry about.
Well, the king's still going to be a problem. So
yeah.
And I guess we can arguably say that if we thought all these other pieces. If we thought the queen was strong, the king's definitely the strongest piece in chess. But we'll see what's going to happen next week. But we enjoyed this week's episode of Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai. So anyways, we're gonna get out of here because we want to go play Mario Strikers Battle League demo that came out today. So yeah, but if you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai, as well as hit the subscribe button, not only to my channel, but my co-host channel. And when you do hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the notification bell icon so you're up to date with whatever I upload to the channel. I'll probably make a separate video whenever I have time in my schedule to do this, but I guess this is, I think, the first video I'm acknowledging it now. But thank you guys if you are subscribed for getting me to 300 plus subscribers. I think right now, last time I checked, I'm at 304. So again, I've passed the milestone of 300. Again, thank you guys for the support. You know, yada yada yada. You know, share the video out. We can get more Dragon Quest fans in on this reviews and stuff like that, and get on the channel. But like I said, the next milestone goal is 350 and then 400. But hey, we're growing the channel, and it seems like you guys are liking the content. Anyways, if I knew how to record from my Xbox, from my Switch Lite, then I would, but I can't. I don't even know how. Yeah, I don't think it's hard to record with the Switch Lite.
Bummer.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, we're gonna get out of here. Hopefully, you guys have a great rest of your day or night watching this video. Until then, guys, stay safe out there. Seriously, and we both want to wish our best wishes to the parents and the family members of the people that their children passed away, and the families of the 2 teachers that passed away a few days ago. Just tragic stuff. You know, that's why I always, when I say at the end of the video, hopefully you guys are staying safe out there, you know, because things like that can happen. And I genuinely mean that from the bottom of my heart. Stay safe out there, guys. And, you know, we'll see you guys in the next video. So other than that, guys, catch you guys in the next video. Peace.